Hey guys, it's Adam. So in today's video, we're going to show you a very cut and dry, kind of simple way of making a campaign from start to finish. Now, this could be as simple as 2 levels, plus an entrancing cutscene, or it could be more intricate. Now, what I mean by full game, we're going to show you guys how to make cutscenes. We're going to have inventory, we're going to have health, hunger. We're also going to have vehicles, mini games like fishing. We're going to show you guys how to have animations. We're going to show you how to bring sound and sound triggers into the game. We're going to show you how to make events and, let's say, trigger on point cue. What's it called? A event that shows you where to go, and you have a waypoint mission. All that and more coming into this next series of videos, and we're going to try and make it simple, cut and dry. You're also going to learn how to make cutscenes, animations with Blender and Timeline, and we're going to show you how to use Max. Full disclaimer, a lot of the stuff that we use in this tutorial are paid assets from the Unity Asset Store. Now, in the description below, I will try and leave a URL link to all of these assets that I buy, but I will also try and leave a link to a free alternative code that you can get openly off of the internet. Now, keep in mind there are some restrictions when you're using free and open code or paid assets off of the asset store. And make sure to read the copyright disclaimers and give credit where it's due. Some reasons why we use paid assets in this is because it's quicker and it will achieve your end goal faster if you're a solo developer looking to achieve a AAA title by yourself. And keep in mind, doing that would involve animations, timelines, story writing, and a lot of other things that you really don't want to get to if you're focusing on programming a really great game and you're trying to get core gameplay mechanics down. Now, if you have a lot of other functionalities like that, they're better. Alright guys, as you can see from my trashy writing, there's a few parts to a video game. So you have that main menu, settings, UI, exit, and then you might say you have a first cutscene or mission X, transition, cutscene, or mission X, and then cutscene or mission Y. And that's basically a video game. And then in those things, I guess you could say, basically how you make a cutscene or how you make a video game is you make a level, and then in that level, if it's a cutscene level, you create a cutscene timeline and run that through, or if it's a playable level, create a first-person controller, and then stuff like that. So it's a mission, FPS, controller, or items, things. Alright guys, so like we described with our whiteboard, we are now going to figure out how to create our big cutscene for the game, the grand opening. So there are some things we're going to need. Outside of our canvas or whatnot, you're going to see some scene assets. Now you're going to have to create your scene or purchase a scene, whatever you deem viable. Artists spend a lot of time on their scenes. Developers just do what they need to do to get the job done. So right now, after you have your scene and you've decorated it, let's go ahead and say we want to add some effects. So if you've downloaded all the assets that I've told you to download, you'll see something like tiny flames. Now you can take that prefab, drag it, and now there's tiny flames. this should be in the, I'm correct, the sample. I might be able to go to the asset store and show you guys. Either way, it's the Unity particle asset. Either way, if I wanted to add it, I could have that. So now we have a decorated time and scene. So now we're going to need a few things. So say I want to add a voice. I can add a voice to my camera. That voice trigger just triggers this sound. Now, how do we get that audio source component? We click Add Component. Control Z, we don't want to know what I just did there. Click Add Component. Click Audio Source. Audio Source. Click here. We'll have a list of MP3s we can choose from. I'm looking for a certain one. And we can just click it out here. And then say, if we click play on wake, that will play it as soon as everything starts. Now, what else do we need? We need a camera, okay? And how do we use this camera? So this camera object right here, if we right click on camera, and right click here, and then press F, we can focus in on the game object. That will allow us to view its timeline. What is a timeline? Well, a timeline is basically when you use an object to animate it. So say, let's just go ahead and delete this. Camera, we want to add a animation track, and we're going to drag camera into there. And let's say we want to start recording. So first off, we get it here, have its initial motion, and let's say for its next one, we want it to show up here. But once we get there, we want it to